Penguin Random House Audio presents Crime Scene by Jonathan Kellerman and Jesse Kellerman. Read for you by Dennis Boutsikaris. To Faye, Jonathan Kellerman. To Gavri, Jesse Kellerman. Chapter 1. Don't make assumptions. Every now and then, I remind myself of that. Every now and then, the universe does the reminding for me. When I meet new people, they're usually dead. A young white male lies on his back in the parking lot of a Berkeley frat house. According to the license in his wallet, his name is Seth Lindley Powell. He is 4 months past his 18th birthday. The license gives a San Jose address. It's a fair bet his parents are at that address right now, asleep. Nobody has notified them yet. I haven't had a chance. Seth Powell has clean gray eyes and soft brown hair. His palms are open to the 3 a.m. sky. He wears a misshapen brown polo shirt over khakis. One shoelace drifts loose. Except for a few shallow abrasions on his left cheek, his face is smooth and content, with a bluish tinge. His skull, ribcage, neck, arms, and legs are intact. There's little visible blood. Down at the end of the driveway, beyond the yellow tape, a throng of students snap photos of Seth, and selfies. Some of them hug and weep, others just look on, curious. Crushed red Solo cups pile high on the sidewalks. A banner strung from the eaves declares the theme, Saturday Night Fever. Boys slur their statements to uniformed officers. Girls on platforms fidget with the buttons of loud polyester shirts fished from the $5 bins on Telegraph Avenue. Nobody knows what happened, but everyone has a story. From a third-floor window come the lazy flickers of a disco ball nobody has thought to still. Standing over Seth Powell's body, I make an assumption. I wonder how I'm going to explain to his parents that their son has died of alcohol poisoning during his first week of school. I'm wrong. The following afternoon, a technician comes into the squad room, calls me away from my computer and down to the morgue so I can see firsthand a body cavity sloshing with busted organs, lower vertebrae punched out of alignment, a pelvis smashed to gravel, consistent with a 4-story fall, the small of the back taking the full brunt of impact. There's a reason we do autopsies. Toxicology confirms what Seth's friends insisted on, what I hesitated to believe. He wasn't a drinker. He was that guy, caught up in righteous notions of purity. He wrote songs, they said. He took arty black and white photos with a camera that used actual film. Rush Week depressed him. Someone heard he went up to the roof to look at the stars. How depressed. At some point, you need to make a decision. Boxes need checking. It says a lot about our desire for simplicity that there are an infinite number of ways to die, but only 5 manners of death. Homicide, suicide, natural, accidental, undetermined. My job begins with the dead, but continues with the living. The living have telephones with redial. They have regret and insomnia and chest pain and bouts of uncontrollable weeping. They ask, why? 99 times out of 100, why isn't a real question. It's an expression of loss. Even if I had the answer, I'm not sure anyone could stomach it. I do the next best thing, the old switcheroo. They ask for why. I give them how. Knowing that it's impossible to live without assumptions, I try to choose mine carefully. I think about the loose shoelace. I rule Seth Powell's death an accident. 5 years on, I still think about him whenever I get a call out to Berkeley. I don't get called out to Berkeley often. Alameda County covers 800 square miles, of which Berkeley is a speck, and compared with its neighbors, basically untouched by serious crime, unless you object to homeless people or fussy vegan reinventions of diner classics, which I don't. Who doesn't enjoy a good tofu Reuben? 5 years after Seth Powell's death, near to the day, at 11:52 a.m. on a Saturday in September, Zaragoza was hanging over my cubicle wall, probing the flesh behind the lower left corner of his jaw in search of the latest development that would widow his wife and orphan his kids.